everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. My name is Amy Chang, and I'm a health coach here with Healthy Life, Health and Wellness Coaching. This is the conclusion of my conversation with Michelle Gallagher, who is a 9D breathing facilitator and a good friend of mine. We had to cut it halfway because we got talking so long. I hope you enjoy and get something out of this next episode. Thanks for being here. I think that when what I've seen with myself and with others, when we go into like externally processing, talk stuff, it can be helpful and it can be traumatizing and it can be limited by how well people in our families communicated, what our vocabulary is, what our vocabulary about our emotions are. Like I've got that Brene Brown Atlas of the Heart book. Thank Jesus. That thing is truly like a dictionary for the feelings I'm having. Half the time I've got the wrong word on the experience I'm having, and it doesn't quite express for me what I'm experiencing. And it makes it very difficult to process that thing. So when all we have is the stuff that lives in our head with language and communication and that way of processing emotion, it is limiting. But when we go into the breath, where there is no language and there is no limit, we can really process in such a different capacity. Yes. It's so powerful.
It really is. It's why like the posters and the things that I have behind, I have like a feelings wheel here in my garage training gym. I have like the spine and what pertains to the nervous system and different parts of the spine. I have like the polyvagal theory of like your window of tolerance in your nervous system and all these things. Like these all play because it's us every day in living inside of our bodies. So we're either going to acknowledge it or we're not. It's going to hijack our lives, and we're going to live in fight or flight. We're going to be raging at the car next to us because they're whatever. And we're going to be raging at our family member who just doesn't get us because this is just how they are and they can't see it any other way. It's crazy when we create that space within ourselves. I am a better human being to my son and to my husband because I can hold space for myself. I can now hold space for my family in conflict.
Yes.
That was not always the case.
No, that was not possible. I couldn't do it. Yeah. My mom is the queen of redirecting conflict. Okay. The queen. I learned that if something even begins to look like it could possibly might become heated.
Okay. Go there.
Like I see a dark storm cloud. It's 800 miles away. Let's redirect.
Yeah.
Hey, who wants to make brownies? The weather is awesome today. What?
It's so true. And yes, it's so good. It's so good. You realize you're like, oh, this is like legitimately like real life scenarios where my life is better because of breathing. So the 9D breathwork, the long format ones that I facilitate either online or in person is amazing and lovely and awesome. I do that. It's like amazing. And then there's the 9D breath app, which you have mentioned.
Yeah.
And
so
that is
you first when you were finally online, and I was like, okay, me first.
Yes.
And you're like, okay. We did a session and you were on my computer and I did not know I needed headphones, but I found some. And they are the big ones like you have on your head. Like they're the noise canceling Bose ones. But I guess you could do it with like just the little sticky in your ear things.
Yes.
Okay. So I purposefully kept my animals out because they really can sense my feelings and I know they would try to come to me and I just needed them to stay out. So I created my space first, right?
Yep.
And I laid down I have this massive couch. It's called the Pit. And it's actually a couch and a love seat and then ottomans. So it's a massive square of pitness. And I laid down there with you on my computer. And I wasn't real sure how it was going to work out because similar in my job doing Zoom coaching, I have a lot of people say like, I don't know if I want to do Zoom. How do you connect with Zoom? And I'm like, just try it out, girl. And we never have any problem. And you walked me through what was going to happen We talked about kind of what my experience was with breath work, any trepidations that I was having about the sessions, any, kind of like, I don't know if I can do this or what's that going to be like. And then it was time to go, and you pushed the button, and I made sure my volume was on, and, we technically made sure I was hearing everything and stuff. And then I started breathing. And one thing I like about the 9Ds is that they are, they have a specific theme. So I want you to talk about that in a minute. So I did my breathing, and I think I fell asleep. And then I kept doing it. And then at the end, it wrapped, and you said, how are you feeling? And I was like, I'm feeling very relaxed. In fact, I think I may have taken a nap. And you said, yeah, I think you did. You said, because I saw you, I think there were times where I was going to repeat something or say, I don't know. And you were like, yeah, I saw you. You didn't do that on the last one or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I think I had a little nap, which also is perfect in every way. Honestly, I think when you're working with breath work, you're going to get what you need to get.
Yes.
And quit judging yourself, judging
Yes. Yes.
So, and then that was that. And then the next time when you were ready to do a group, I again said, yes, please. And that was really awesome. We had, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 people maybe on the line. And we had a nice little chat before. And then you got us ready for our journey. And we did the journey. And I made sure I had my journal and a pen and some water and a snack. Because what I know about my body is that when she processes all these things for me, afterwards to integrate, I need my journal, and I need a snack, and I need some hydration. Even if it's just like a 30-minute breath work session, it seems like the energy moving. I need to, and it's my way of trying to love on her.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, my gosh, she's working for me.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wanted to know like what that experience was like when you do an online breathwork 9D with you, did I miss anything?
No, that's great. No, you explained it beautifully.
Okay, great. You can use that on your website.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you have 4 coming up in July.
I do. I have 2. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I want to know the themes.
I have 2 virtual, and then I have
really
2 in person.
Come on, Michelle. I thought you were all online. I'm so disappointed.
Oh my gosh, did you really? I'm so sad for you right now on that. No,
I'm not getting an airline ticket. I'm just not. I may have to come up and stay a month at some point when gas gets cheaper, or I don't know.
I know. It's real. It's real. Okay. So the ones that I would be happy, obviously very happy to talk about the ones online.
So this podcast will go after we've already done the one on the 5th, but I want to know about it anyway because I'm coming.
Okay. Lovely. So yes, two breath journeys happening. First one, July 5th. That one is actually going to be a perfect introduction. It's literally called like Intro to 9D Breathwork plus the Calm Code, which I don't know if the Calm Code is on that particular journey is on the client app.
I do have a Calm one. I am currently signed up for the Calm. It had all those paths, and I chose the Calm path. Yes.
Yeah, dude. No, so that's perfect. So it's going to be an introduction. So I'm going to be getting a little bit more. I'm holding a little bit more space for people to jump on, specifically to be like, hey, I'm new to this. Like, can I ask the questions? Can I, this popped up now in real time. Can you share more on this? Can you explain that? So the whole point is really just helping the individual who is curious about breath work, who wants to try 9D breath work in the comfort of your own home. Girl, I have so many people who, will jump on a virtual call because even just coming into a physical space is still too scary.
Too intimidating.
So being able to do 9D breath work, do something different, maybe something you haven't tried before, maybe you haven't you're like, oh, I don't know about this breath stuff. I'm not really sure. They can stomach the idea of being able to do that in the comfort of their own home versus
Well, they don't have to worry, like, am I going to make a sound? Am I going to, be weird? I roll when I do my breath work. A lot of times I'm very active and my feet go to the ceiling and I'm rolling around.
Yeah, yeah. So you can do that all in the comfort of your own home. Your mic is going to be muted. Your video camera can even be turned off. I prefer to have it on just so I can continue to see you and see you breathing and observe and notice, because what I do at that point is I push play and I just get to hold space for everyone that is on the call. And I just get to send so much love and so much appreciation and so much gratitude and so much like, here we are doing this together. You're doing the scary thing, but you're not doing it alone.
You can feel it, Michelle. You do a great job. You really can. You can. And I had my misgivings too, because, I know coaching is a little bit different. Of course, I can create some safety, because there's body language and all that stuff. But
yes.
I didn't know really how I would be able to feel. I could totally feel you. And you know what? I'm going to say to anybody listening out here too. When I did my breath work in Oregon, I'm pretty sure you were there, weren't you? And you came over. Yeah. Homegirl came over to me while I was bawling my eyes out and physically loved on me.
Yeah.
And I can feel that when we are virtual. Yeah. So that is a real gift that is pertinent of, is it worth my time and money to pop in and do a virtual? Yeah. And I think somehow it comes over the airwaves,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I believe that. I mean,
yeah,
we don't have to go into quantum physics, but I believe it. Like you do, you feel it. And it's still very valuable in that way. And it's the best case scenario for when you can't hop in your car and come see me and come be in a space with me. So it really is such a wonderful thing. This is one of the things that I really appreciate about modern technology is when like we get to actually be together with people that I physically would not be able to be where you are in this moment, but here we are. And we get to exchange that and we get to be here with one another. And I deeply appreciate that. So and you know what, I would be happy to run another like intro, like virtual, maybe like next month or whatever, or in the next few months coming. But the virtual 90 breathwork journey that I am doing at the end of July 26th, that's going to be a Sunday morning Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be,
so for us on the East Coast, that would be early afternoon, like 1-ish.
Yes. 1 to 3:30, I believe. It's
1 to 3:30 on the 26th of July.
Yes. And that one is going to be hybrid. I forgot to touch on this too. So breath journeys, when you were saying like, oh, there's themes to these 90 breath journeys, there are themes that kind of give you an intention. They set an intention. It's something that you can be like, oh, I resonate with that. There's something pulling me towards the journey of letting go, the journey of grief and loss, the journey of self-mastery and enoughness. There's journeys. So the journey that I'm doing on July 26th is called Freeze Release. And it's a hybrid journey, meaning you're going to get elements of down regulation breath. You're going to have a little bit more activation somewhere in the middle, but it's still going to be quite, I don't think we ever switch out of nose breathing. So you're engaging your diaphragm, you're engaging your parasympathetic part of your nervous system that rests and digests. You're activating in the middle by speeding up your breath, I think by tempo, but you're still always breathing in and out through the nose, which is the most like grounding that you can be doing with breath work. So we have like really, really low, like very calming, very grounding. We get a little bit of activation somewhere in the middle, and then we come back down and we end with that deep grounded integration. And it's also it's a female vocal. It's my mentor, Ruby, and her voice is just butter. She is the most amazing human being. And I am so like, this journey just got released like not even a week ago. So I'm like, okay, putting this into the rotation. It's all about, so freeze release is all about getting you, if you feel numb, if you feel disconnected, if you feel like you can't feel joy, if you feel shut down, if you feel frozen, if you feel unmotivated, that is the theme. That is the overarching theme.
Literally, that makes me cry. That is like all my clients.
Yeah.
And that's the way I lived for a long time.
Yeah. Same.
And I still have like, I still have days
Yeah.
where I realize that I've watched 4 British mysteries on BritBox, not because I'm physically tired.
Oh,
Might be numbing.
It's so true. It's so true. And it's actually quite, I've already listened to it a couple of times already. And there's so much undertone of like self-compassion and just being like, you push yourself so hard that now you've just kind of like your body has kind of like shut down, but here's how we bring her back online. And so it's a really beautiful female vocal led hybrid journey that is brand new, and I cannot wait to share it. I cannot wait to hold space for people in that, and it's going to be amazing. So
I'm loving that. When you read that quote about coming home to yourself. Oh my gosh. Those nasal breathing techniques are super like come back in here.
Yes.
Come back in here.
Yes. You're constantly being invited into this connection to yourself, coming home to you and like checking it out. Like, am I going to approach the front door? Am I going to open that door? Am I going to like kind of peek around the corner and see what's happening in this house? Like, it's a constant invitation. And if that feels scary for you, then maybe you're just going to hang out on the porch because that's all you literally have capacity for. But whatever the case is, you come and you hold space for yourself to recognize, like, I'm only on the front porch right now, and that's okay.
I'm going to tell you right now too, and I say this to my people who are my clients, who become my clients, who are in book club. It's low hanging fruit, right? You just jump in and it's $25, and nobody really cares if you show up. I mean, we actually do care, but it's not like you're going to go to hell if you miss a book club appointment. Yeah. But the act of calendaring an hour for yourself to be with yourself, even if you can't be with yourself.
Yeah.
Win, girl. That is a win. Yeah. And that is like that first little step to actually getting where you can come in here and it's safe and it's loving and the critic is not screaming at you and you're not, trying to fix the world because the world's not safe. And I can imagine. In fact, I did a breath work the other day on my app. We're going to have to talk about the app too.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we'll just talk about that now. Okay. So when I did my first online breathworks with Michelle was like, here, try this app out. And she gave me, some free week or something. And I started doing that app every day. And now this was right in the middle, if I recall. Mom had not moved down here to Wilmington yet. We were still in the midst of trying to get her retired. We were working on that diagnosis officially of Alzheimer's. I was driving back and forth across the state multiple times in a month to go to doctor's appointments. And it was hard. It was just hard. And so you sent me this app and I started using it. And it's got all kinds of things in there. It's got little short things. It's got different voices in it. I really love that British dude. I don't know who he is, but I love him. Yeah, very calming. As soon as he starts talking, I'm like, okay. I don't know what his name. I should probably name him.
I think his name is Mick. M-I-C-K. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a British name, but I don't know if that's going to fit. I'll choose one and let you know. Okay. You can tell him what his name is when I decide what it needs to be. But anyway, so, there are times when I could put that on, usually before I get out of bed in the morning. And it really helps shift my thoughts and then helps shift my energy level. And there were times that, like, I would notice I didn't do the breathing and I didn't do what he told me to do. And I was clueless, and then it was done. And I was like, oh shit, I was thinking about like Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
That too is okay.
Yes.
Those times were okay. The two surprising things that happened physically for me. So I started doing these in the morning. There's a 30-day transformation that literally has 30 days of them, and they're a little bit longer. And I started doing those, and I would drive. You're going to love this. I think I told you this maybe. I'd drive my car because it was still cooler down to the sound, and I would lay out my blanket by the sound, which is just like at the public parking places, it's like a small yard, okay? And then there's some rocks, and then the sound is right there. Or there's one that's my favorite, that's just a little beachy area, no bigger than a large room, okay?
Mhm.
And then the sound. Well, there were these two dudes there that one time. And so I lay out my blanket. I've got my big ass headphones. I've got my eye mask, and I know I'm going to be huffing and puffing over there. So I tell those dudes, I don't even know who they are, probably 20 some. I'm like, hey, y'all, I'm going to be doing some breath work over here. Just want you to know that I'm okay. I might be I might be sighing. I might be holding my breath. I might be breathing really hard, but I'm not like seizing or anything. I'm doing okay. And being in nature
Mm.
and doing that breath work
Yep.
was so powerful for me. But surprisingly, I hadn't been at the gym a whole lot because I'd been doing all this stuff with mom.
Yeah.
And we all know how much I've hated running my whole life. Like even as a kid playing softball, like if I made it to first, it was going to take me, I don't know, 2 minutes to recover from the sprint from home base. And that's why I was the goalkeeper, by the way, in soccer. There's no, like, this girl just does not love running, and it's the breathing that gets me. So I go back to CrossFit. I've been doing this breath work by the sound, and we had a run, and I was killing it. In fact, it was a partner workout, and this girl who was sweet as pie, but it was like a do some stuff and then go run, and you had to run together and then come back and do some more stuff and then run together. She was asking me questions. It was so sweet, but like normally I would not have been able to answer her. But I'm running and I'm
Wow.
answering questions about being a health coach. And like she was asking me all these questions. She was like, well, do you know anything about this? I've got this thing going on and I really want it. And I'm like, yeah. So you probably need to call your midwife. And also you might want to look into some breath work. And also, there's these people in Oregon and I'm talking the whole time.
Wow.
And I kept noticing that my cardio capacity was through the flipping roof.
So
And
awesome.
I'm like, wow, this is great. That's the first thing I noticed physically, because I was noticing all kinds of calmness and groundedness
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I noticed was, I've done pelvic floor physical therapy on and off since before 2016. So about a decade, I have been in and out of pelvic floor physical therapy. And of course, they taught me how to breathe there too. But breathing consistently using the app, my pelvic floor, I'm not having to shift to squinch off when I sneeze or cough.
Yeah.
I can do my jump ropes. I can do jumping on my little mini trampoline. I can do, one time I was teaching a class at CrossFit and I was demoing some pull-ups. So I did some pull-ups and then I dropped off the bar. And when I dropped off the bar, just that 2 inches, I peed in my pants. That sucked.
Yeah.
None of that.
Wow.
And so doing the amount of breath work, and it's not a whole lot, right? I'm looking at anywhere from 6 minutes to 30 minutes, 5 times a week, maybe, did that for me physically. Do you know how many hundreds of dollars that is in pelvic floor physical therapy? Now, I'm not saying it will work for everybody, but I am saying coming home to yourself and coming out of living in all this static and having our pelvic floor muscles trying to like hold us all together as this stress response, shit bricks. Like I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And it's accessible because before when I was doing my holotropic breathing, I could only go when my practitioner was like, yeah, I'm having a holotropic breathing event.
Yes.
And then 5 months later, she'd have another one.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's exactly why the app was created, is because there are people who are like, and after a journey, it'll be like, hey, I'm open. I'm here for you. If you need to debrief this situation, this experience that you just had, I'm like, you're going to be chewing on this for maybe 1 to 2 weeks after the experience. And so it gives a place for you to land. It gives a place for you to integrate this into your normal life, because maybe it's not super practical for every single person to like do once a month with me. But I mean, I do have frequent flyers.
I was going to say,
Actually, I do.
Giving people excuses and shit. I have enough stuff that needs to move and shift in my life that once a month is a good timing.
You're right. It's a bad experience. It's a bad example. So like, I can't be with you every week. I can't be with you 3 times a week. That would be really expensive for you, for me to do one-on-ones with you. But what I can do is I can meet with you once a month, and you can have your 9D app and be doing your 30 days of breath. You can be doing your smaller, shorter length versions of letting go or code.
Oh, the morning gratitude one is great.
Oh, it's so good.
I love the morning gratitude one. And I love, after my Camino, there's one on there called The Climb. And you can hear the footsteps. They've got the footsteps. That's having all of those things interlaced. Yeah, hearing those footsteps. And what I like about The Climb, first thing in the morning when I'm not out of bed yet, I don't always want to go into a super powerful, energizing breath. This girl's not ready. I'm not caffeinated. Sometimes I've got some dream haze hanging on. I might be pissed off. I woke up this morning and I had been in a car driving, and there was a lot of water, and I couldn't steer. I have those water stress dreams a lot. So I woke up and I was not really great.
Yeah.
And The Climb is one where you do I think it's a 4-1 or a 3-1, where you're like breathing in for 3 and then letting go, and then bringing in for 3. But then you do a breath hold, and then you're up to 2. And then eventually you get to a little bit faster pace. So it gives me time to kind of like wake up a little bit, but still have the effect of a longer breath hold and a more powerful breath. And I did do one this morning. I did this one this morning about 4:30 in the morning. I woke up, couldn't settle her down.
Yeah.
Right. The thoughts were going, and I was already thinking about the podcast, and I was already thinking about work, and I was already thinking about all those things. And I did one. I can't even remember which one I did. I did one. I think it was like an 8-minute one. And it wasn't a particularly like go back to sleep one. And it just, my body regulates down, so that then I rolled over and I slept until 6:30.
Yeah.
Just because it takes me out of the franticness. And when I traveled to on my Camino and I had a roommate, it was super handy, because those first 6 days where I was processing a lot of heavy stuff, I was not sleeping well, and I could just put those on and relax enough so that I could get back to sleep, and I didn't have to disturb her, by having another kind of meditation on.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say enough. I mean, it's just an app, but it's pretty handy.
No, it's really good. And the app just got refreshed. So
I know,
everything that so you saw before it got refreshed, and now you're seeing the new version of it. So anyone jumping on and finding the app and finding the links and all the things, it's real good, because everyone's somewhere different. So if you're needing to get like more down regulation, you need to manage your stress, there is a lot going on in your life, and you don't need big fire activating breath breathing in through the mouth. You don't need that right now. You're already there. So you need journeys that will help bring that pendulum swing back from fight or flight into rest and digest. You need to be finding that capacity for you to engage in coming out of fight or flight and engaging in safety in your nervous system. Yeah. And the way that you breathe is different. Mm. You breathe differently in down regulation breath work than you do in activating breath work. You get a combination of everything when you're in hybrid journeys for 9D breath work. So you pick what your goals are, what you're doing. I know like Aura Ring has this too. Like, hey, what are your goals? Is it to optimize your fitness? Is it to manage your stress? Is it for you to sleep better and to get your circadian rhythm like locked in to like real daytime 24-hour clock? So 9D breath and the app now has like, hey, what do you need right now? And then you pick what your goal is, and it curates all of the journeys that you can have access to that you
And I
will have
love that
access
total
to.
relaxation one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love the way they structure that, because the total relaxation sounds like you're just going to be taking a picnic walk, but it's not. Because
Right.
actually they like, that is designed, I think, probably, correct me, because this is just an assumption, to meet you where you are, because it starts with a little bit heavier breathing
Mhm.
and then you go right down.
Mhm.
And it's great because when, and I think I've seen this somewhere about music too. Like if you want to shift your mood and you're really angry, you might not want to start with like something super soothing. You might want to start with something that matches that anger and then come down.
Yeah.
And so I love that total relaxation one. I think it's a 15-minute one
Mhm.
that like starts with like, okay, we're going to match where you are because you're all wound up.
Yeah.
Your britches are in just a twist. Let's just chill that out a minute.
Yeah.
And then and I almost always could go to sleep after that if I needed to.
It's so good. It's so good,
Yeah,
Amy.
I'm really grateful. Really, really grateful. So if anybody's listening to this and so we're going to put the links to your stuff in July and to your stuff. If they wanted to download that app or download like the 7-day, isn't there a 7-day trial or something?
I believe there still is. Yeah, I definitely have a link for the app to get you going. I definitely have an app. I think there's like even like a yearly subscription that's like discounted.
I did that.
I even have a link for the 90 breath journey, the original one that I did, letting go. So you can purchase that. I think the link that I have for you is like a 50% off of the actual, like
Great.
what it normally is. So then that's just because those are my links, and the letting go journey. And there's a whole description. So I'll have links for all of that to give you for sure.
And we'll throw those in the show notes so anybody can find them.
Great. Thank you.
Is there anything that needs to be said?
I'm just honored to be here with you. I'm honored to be running in the same direction on different tracks. Like it feels really good to partner with people who are professionals, who are running in the same direction I am, but we're doing it differently. And the world needs you and the world needs me, and we need to be our most authentic selves, and we need to know what that is. We need to be in our power, and we need to change the world where we can. And I just love being able to do things with you.
I do too. That is my son. He's not on our path yet, but yeah, me too, Michelle. It's been really a gift to be just right here, to be together, to know, and to watch you. And then when you did your breathing, to be like, yes. The next journey for me, by the way, is leaning into somatic coaching.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I want you to be a guinea pig.
Yes, please.
I know, right?
Yes, please. Yep, I will voluntold myself to be there. I will be there.
I know. Okay, well, guys, I hope you got something for yourself. I don't really know how you couldn't have. Maybe at least you're entertained. But we will see you next time on Healthy AF. All the links will be in the notes. Please come and join us, breathe, and wherever you find it, find your home in yourself, because she or he is so worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.